Gotta let the people know we're online and today we're playing Sims. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a picture of my Sims fam. And there we go. And then post to TikTok.
Mirror, mirror, tell me what.
Noise. Oops. Okay. I had originally planned on what did I originally? I originally wanted to make a lamp. Actually, I'll show you. So I wanted to. I have this lamp that I got off Amazon a while ago, and I thought it would be fun on the stream to make a lamp inspired by like kind of these lamps. That was my original plan for today's stream, but I didn't make it to the craft store in time, so I'm gonna get that stuff later today. And then the next time I come on stream, I will make my lamp then. Hey, how are you doing today? But I thought for today I would just play some Sims. Let me open this up. This is part of my forever save file. So I watched my girl fully grow. I watched my main character, Alita, fully grow up into an adult. She had like her own pottery business, super cute. Then she decided, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. I hope your break has done what it needed to do for you, and I hope you're doing a lot better now at this point. Fingers crossed. And if not, that's okay too. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad that you're still here. Um, and I get it. Been there. Um, but yeah, I watched Alita grow up into an adult, and now she went and had a science baby, and we named her On. And On is now, I mean, she's grown from baby, toddler, child. Now she's a full blown teenager. And her aspiration is to be an actress. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that, but it's kind of been where I'm at. We'll see. Um, yeah. I mean, whether it's personally or the weight of the world, yeah, I definitely understand that. I am. I am doing very, very well. And I feel good about that. it's been a very it's been a very long time that I didn't feel very well, so it is nice that I feel good and well now, you know? So that's why I'm always advocating for take the time you need. Take a little breaky break, do your self-care, take care of yourself, give yourself grace when things feel like they're going in the opposite direction that you want them to. Because it is so easy to get hard on yourself. Breathe. And remember that things ebb and flow, highs and lows. It's all a part of life, you know? But hey, I am glad that you are here. Just playing a little Sims today. Um, I'm standing today too. I'm at my standing desk because I'm wondering, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to want to sit at some point. I got my period, all right? So I'm going to want to sit at some point, but I feel like I need to move. I need to be mobile. So we are standing.
Who yous?
But I hope that everybody is having I almost said a great start to the week. It's Wednesday. I hope everybody's week is going okay. It's the middle of the week. It's not too late to turn it back around if it isn't, you know. Oh, the data to stream. My character does not like this person. Who is this person? Ulysses? My person did not like him very much. Not joining the club. I kind of laughed at the idea. I was like, this is very, very stupid. Why am I doing this? But now I'm like, it's nice to have, like, I have my seat here. Just kick that out of the way. And it's nice that I can just, like, move around. I do mostly sit at it. Don't get me wrong. Well, actually, because I also have a walking pad underneath it. And my favorite thing to do is in the morning when I first get up is to get some, like, my blood flowing and everything. So I will walk on my walking pad for like an hour and a half, and I'll also watch something. And then the rest of the day, if I'm sitting, it just doesn't feel as bad. It doesn't feel as terrible on my body because by that point, I've already hit like 5,000 steps. I've moved. I've gotten all the movement in my body, and then usually I'll do it again at night. So I guess about 3 hours out of the day, I am standing at this desk. But the other hours that I am here, which is a little too much, I am sitting. So I almost said I get it, but also, you know what? I do use it. I do use it. I do use it. Yeah. And it's the screen thing. I've started like even like my own what is this called? Cell phone? iPhone. Doesn't matter. It's a cell phone. Even my cell phone, I pretty much have it all locked down so that when I am not doing something that's like dedicated to streaming or I'm not doing something dedicated to the work I have to do online because everything I do is online, I have it so I don't get notifications. I don't get anything except for like phone calls and texts from family members or people that should probably have 24/7 access to me. But I'm like, I can't. And then I have another setting so that I can get notification from social media because I can't look at the screen for this long. This is a lot of screen time. It is definitely a lot of screen time. And I don't know. I don't want to say I'm cooler than that, but like also we're cooler than that. We're way older. We're way too cool to be spending our whole time looking at the screen. We have way more other interests and way more other things that we could be doing than just staring at the freaking screen, you know? Yeah. And that's truly how I see it. I don't like to say that because I don't want to seem like I have a superiority complex about it, but like honestly, that is what I feel. That is honestly how I feel. You can get a hobby. I'm going to start crafting things. That's one thing. I want to make a lamp shade, not a lamp, the whole lamp, but a lamp shade. That's what I want to do. I also think I'm going to make a costume from scratch this year for Halloween. I have a bunch of red fabric, and I think I'm going to try and do that. I don't think I'll be able to stream it just because of where my sewing machine is, but it is definitely a goal of mine, and that's going to be off the screen, and it's going to feel really great, and it's going to feel amazing to have something tangible in my hands. Being able to do something tangible with my hands again, it's going to be fabulous. Same. I don't think... Yeah, you can see the shadow of my pole. That's the other reason why it was important for me to have that in here. Because there'll just be times where I'll get an itch. And then I'll just like run over to the pole and throw myself and spin around on it. Not with any like intention of actually doing any dancing or anything. But just like a quick like, whee! Like I just need to get this energy out. I just need to do something away from the screen. Yeah, I get it. My screen time is, what is it? It is 12:30 right now, and my screen time right now is 2 hours and 10 minutes, which I feel like is quite a bit. There's a point where my screen hour was 16 hours, and that's ridiculous. That is why we started to lock things down. And really, my screen time right now is not great. I was able to get it down to like 3 hours a day at one point, and that was amazing. Okay, I was thriving at that point in my life. It's gonna take a little bit more time to get back down there again. Also, while I'm trying to figure out the balance of all of this stuff that I'm doing between streaming, and I want to do more stuff on my Patreon and my YouTube channel and all of this. It's a lot of stuff. It's easy, right? But like, it's a lot of stuff. It's short of an apocalypse. Yeah. I am, in the least cringy way, constantly on the pursuit of always bettering myself. Like, I want to be better and better and better versions of myself, always and always forever. I'm not in competition with anybody, mind you. This is not me trying to be like, I want to be the lowest screen time in the whole world. No. This is all about besting myself all the time. And so I like to just do little things like, let's see if we can get my screen time down to 1 hour a month. Like weird little moments like that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think like, I think most of my screen time right now, I guess we could see. It's probably YouTube. Whenever my screen time was its highest, it was almost always YouTube. And that's because if I'm watching something on YouTube, it's like an hour long. I'm not watching like, quick little... Well, today my most used app was actually the UPS app, or the USPS app, but that's because I had to send mail. I had to print labels. But I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. Not a lot. Long videos on YouTube. And they do take up a lot of my screen time. But I'm not really like on social media apps for long hours of the day, which is kind of nice. Oh, hey! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I will say that's one thing I miss sometimes about doing streams. Like, I have to figure out the streaming schedule, right? Because, or at least figure out what I want to do, because I like when y'all are here. And I mean, I'm sure that's not a strange statement. I'm not saying anything weird or abstract here. But it is nice. Like, it feels like a link up with the besties. It feels like we're just all getting together. And, like, we're just having a little chat, a little, like, FaceTime moment. And, yeah, I say I'm going to play Sims, but we know I'm loosely playing Sims. I'm mostly just talking to y'all. Like... And it'll be much easier for us to get together if I had a set schedule, but... Lord almighty, do y'all know I'm not very good at a schedule? I'm not very good at it. I can't do it. I do have Mondays. I did decide Mondays at noon, even if I do a little bit of, 12, 15-ish, Central Standard Time, by the way. I have, sorry, honey. I have decided on Mondays I'm definitely streaming. I'm just not very good at deciding the second day, because then after I choose the second day, it feels like my week is filled. Like, instantly I'm stressed. I'm like, wait, so then what time do I do other things that I want to do? What time do I, and I'm streaming, I'm here. But it sends me into a panic, a spiral that my whole life is getting all booked up and I'm not gonna have time to do any of my fun activities, all right? Yeah, and I just love that it feels like a little hangout. That's all I wanted. I wrote it in my big book of like the vibes that I want everything to feel. And yeah, in my live, I said conversational, energetic, and fun. That's all I care about, my lives feeling. I want them to feel like we're just like talking, we're having a fun time, and that it's not sleepy, snoozy time, because, well, then I'll fall asleep. And that's not gonna work, right? But I just want things to feel fun. And sometimes they don't feel fun. Sometimes they do feel like I'm like getting on here and I'm like, why am I even on here? I'm going to spend my hour on here, but why am I on here? And it's because I'm mostly talking to myself. And those are not fun times. I've also learned I think you have to do things on streams. I want to just get on here and talk, but I think people want to see things on the stream because I realized I think some people just have it on in the background and are not actively listening. So if it feels like a lecture, they're not really there. Um, which is why I think I'm going to try and do like little crafts that I want to do on the stream. I have this on, but obviously it's half-heartedly here, okay? Because I'm also not going to mess up my save.
Oh.
I will not be messing up this family because this is my forever save. This is my forever family, all right? And I will not let them go to hell because I love these people. This is my world. I've curated it, okay? But I'm figuring out I gotta do stuff. I can't just sit and talk, even though I love to sit and talk. Or else it gets weird. We get weird people in here and they'll say weird stuff and I'm like, is that acceptable for you? Should I ban you? Should I mute you? Because what are you saying right now? I don't think that's fine. Is this person in my backyard? Who are you? I'll give a polite introduction to you, but it seems like you're very close to my house and there's no reason. We live out in the middle of nowhere. Why are you out by my house, girl? Ugh, that's so cute. That is so cute. I love that so much. Is there a reason you haven't played it in a while?
Dag.
Wait. I get it though. I get it. I would love to keep playing Sims, but like not have to have a baby, but then the family ends. So I have to have a baby in the game or at least adopt a child. Like at some point you have to give way to the next generation or else the game is over. So I get it. That's funny. She just looks so sad. Girl, why are you sad? I wish that you would... Oh, look at... She's so bummed. Oh, calm emotions. Here we go. Here we go. What are you doing? No, don't watch cooking shows. Fix your friend. Or not. Okay, fine. I guess we don't care. On is so cool, though. Like...
Bon and Gravi?
Such a cool person. I was surprised by when she turned into a teenager. She didn't have this outfit. This is like her work outfit, I guess, her actress work outfit. I guess because stagehands do have to wear black, but that white would be very distracting to see from behind a curtain. So I don't know about that. But when she turned into a teenager and she had her outfit and she had like her eyebrow pierced and everything, I was like, wait a second. You are so cool. Because you know how Sims usually be coming out jank. Like, they don't look very cool when they grow up. Making friends. I really want to be friends with someone, but they don't seem to really want to be friends with me. How can I make them be my friend? Ooh, I thought I hit a button. I would just say you can't force friendship, unfortunately. Dang, that's also how I know I'm not ready to have kids. Every decision affects every aspect of them. Every aspect? What? What? Like, I would be like, yeah, not everybody wants to be your friend. It's okay. Like, it sucks. You can cry about it. It's okay. And then it turns out that it just makes them unable to control their emotions. What? Okay, do you want me to tell you to force somebody to be your friend? Because that sounds even crazier to me. That seems like you have boundary issues. Manners? Like...
Vadish.
But she's living like she's outgoing, she's a music lover, she's headstrong, a happy toddler even though she's a teenager. I don't know how long that trait lasts, but that seems really weird. High self-esteem, chopstick savvy, a top-notch infant, and she's relatable. Like, she is really... I also can't believe that Sims has evolved this much. As I'm playing this, there are so many moments where I'm like, geez, I don't remember it being like this in Sims 3. Sims 3 was nothing like this. This is crazy how much this has changed and evolved. Yeah, not every person. And I think it's a really weird thing that that you would tell a kid that, and then apparently it like ruins them for life. I know that's a Sims feature, but I would not know how to handle that much. I don't think power is the word that I'm looking for there, but I don't know. Responsibility. Responsibility is the word. That's a lot of responsibility to know that you can just say one wrong thing and then it screws your child up. That's a lot. To me. To me. What does she need to do to... I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I care about your aspirations as much as I care about Alita's aspiration. Alita's her mom. That's right. I'm so excited. My pleasers.
From
When are they coming in?
Grasha. Zomas. Bunavush.
I'm gonna pause that real quick. I'm a big control freak about my Sims, so I do be pausing a lot if I'm gonna go look at other things. Let's track my order, see where my big stompy shoes. Ooh, they're supposed to get here on the 20th. Yeah, it's just the 20th. I'm so excited. I ended up getting the baby pink. Oh, that's right. You can barely see me right now. I ended up getting these. Oh my God. This is, I feel like I'm 70 years old trying to show something on my phone. All right. I ended up getting the baby pink that are hopefully going to match my nails. And I'm so excited. Oh, hey, Nightwall. How are you doing? We're playing some Sims. Just talking, mostly. As we do. Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited for them to come in. I might even customize them a little bit and put like a silver chain onto them or something. Just a little something under the ankle to have a little bedazzled moment. And make sure that they're mine. But I'm very excited. I'm also going to need to figure out storage at some point for them. And I think that'll be something that kind of goes into that wall right there. Maybe little hooks to hang them from. I don't know just yet, but I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And I'll probably post some of my poll stuff onto my Patreon. I have to be careful because you can do things on Patreon as long as they don't like I'm like, my rule is if somebody's thinner and paler in complexion can post it onto their Instagram, I'm going to try and post it onto my Patreon. I know I can't always get away with the same things on Instagram because I'm a little bit fuller and I'm darker, but I should hopefully be able to get away with it on Patreon, and that's what I'm going to try and do. It's not going to be anything explicit, but like, I don't think I could get away with posting poll content on my actual Instagram. I think Instagram would flag me. I think they would take me down. I think. No, so I posted on my Instagram story that I wasn't able to make it to the store. I couldn't get the car out there, so I'm going to get the stuff for the lampshade later today. And then, I don't know, I might come on live tomorrow or something, and then we can work on the lamp then. I'm definitely going to come on live before the end of this week because I'm going to want to make this lamp. Listen, once I get the stuff for the lamp, I'm not going to be able to wait till next week to make it. So I'm going to have to make it soon. But I wasn't able to get to the store to get I could show you though. Hold on. Let me go grab the lamp real quick and then I'll show you what we'll be working with. And then I'll tell you a little bit about my idea though. Hold on. All right. So, what did Midnight say? Yeah, and it's been taken down. Yes. And that's why I'm trying to be very, very careful. I want to post things on there, but I know I'm going to get in trouble. So that's what I'm going to use my Patreon for. Because even the pictures that I posted recently, the little cute little photo set that I took for my Instax, I know that some of those photos would probably get me, not one of those photos would get me in trouble. And like, I don't want to deal with that. And I think that it's not explicit. It's just, I'm not skinny and white. So I decided I'm just going to post it onto my Patreon. And that's what I'm going to use my Patreon for. It's stuff that I think Instagram would take down, even though it's not lewd, it's not crazy, it's not anything inappropriate. But this is the lamp that I got off of Amazon. It's nice because it's a rechargeable lamp. And yeah, I had to get a lamp at one point because one of our rooms did not have power in it. And we needed a lamp in there because it's also the guest room. So I have this lamp and I want to decorate it. It has this lampshade on it and I can... Oh, wait. Watch me realize I can't get it off. I'm pretty sure I put this lampshade on here. Hold up. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it did not come with the lampshade on it. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh! Okay. It came with this lampshade. And I'm very nervous to completely take it apart, to be honest, because I also don't want to, like, I think this is like a $30-something lamp, and so I don't want to, like, render the lamp useless, right? So I'm just going to find some lace, different textures, and probably different colored lace, and overlay it on top of what's already happening here so that I can get some sort of texture, get some sort of layers happening, and then play with things hanging down and going off the top. I don't know if you're following exactly where I'm at, but that is kind of the vision I have for this lamp at the moment. And then I'll just put it back on the base. And then if it goes well, if this project goes well, then I will take the next step into doing a big lamp that I want to stick over there. And I'll probably just go to like a Goodwill or something, find a cute lamp base, and then try and find a cheap lamp shade that is wire based completely through. Because like I said, this doesn't have wiring on it. So it's a little difficult for me to do what I really want to do. But thank you. But I think I'll be able to go to Goodwill and then find a lampshade and then just take the fabric off of that lampshade. And then we could really get into making one of those cool sorts of lamps. But I want to test it with this first. I want to test it with this, see how I feel about it. And then we'll do something neat and bigger over there. I just couldn't do it today because I wasn't able to get to the store. It just could not happen. There was a lot of stuff going on today. I had to go to the post office. I also forgot to eat yesterday, like dinner, and then this morning I forgot to eat breakfast. So it's been a day. It's been a day. And then I have plans later. It's stressful. All right. I love streaming, but the timeline and everything sometimes gets a little stressful for me. So, but I'm definitely getting to the craft store later today. I think it would be even better to like thrift fabrics. I'll probably be able to find better fabrics if I could thrift it. But like I said, this is just going to be like a quick project for me. but we will be doing it on the stream. So there may be a surprise stream either tomorrow or Friday because once I get the stuff, it's on. All right, it's on. All right, like, oh really? Okay, okay. Cause I know, I don't even know. Unfortunately, in this house, I am not an overhead light person, I will say, but this house is an overhead light house. All right. And so I don't even think we have a wire lampshade for me to even show. Yeah, I don't think we have a wire lampshade, but hey, I was actually going to message you when I got off here and ask if you were okay, just because it's been a while, I feel like. I hope you're doing well. But it seems like, though, all the videos I've seen of people doing this DIY, they have thrifted theirs. They found theirs on Goodwill. And then they, like I said, they take the fabric off. And then, hold on, let me minimize my Sims here. Actually, let me save it because we're using a lot of power. And then this is gonna suck for the people that come on here and think I'm gonna be playing Sims, and I'm not doing that right now, but it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. This is what it is to be watching me stream. All right, let me find a picture of like wire lampshade. Okay, and then bring you over to see. Here we go. Looks like I might even have to buy. Okay, this is part of what inspired me. This is part of what inspired me to go, I need to do this. I saw this lamp, all right? I've always wanted a lamp like this anyway, so don't get it twisted. It's not like Urban Outfitters showed me the light, all right? I am true to this, not new to this, but I saw this lamp, and I was like, ugh, now, like before I knew I wanted one of these lamps, now I need it. Like now it's like a visceral need. I am feral for a lamp like this. Like I need something like this. And the base of that isn't any different than this, right? Like it's just not that different. Listen, trying to find a routine, I get it, all right? This routine, I'm trying to fit streaming in, it's not easy, okay? I'm trying to figure this out so I can still do the other things in my life that I want to do. I get you. I'm rooting for you and I'm praying for you because routines are hard, all right? Not all the girlies coming in like, wait a second. But like also, listen, we need this lamp, okay? I love this lamp so much. And so when I saw this lamp, I was like, that's not hard to do. And I don't mean any disrespect to the company, but I just knew this wasn't going to be hard to do. I thought maybe I'd be able to find just like a wire cage like this. Not a wire cage, but find a lamp that already has the fabric on it that is encased in a wire. So I could just take all the fabric off of it and then reupholster it myself. That was the plan. But now, I don't know, Nightwolf, you got me a little, you got me doubting myself that I might be able to find a frame to do this lampshade. And maybe I'm going to have to buy one, which, seeing it being, I guess, $20 isn't the worst. $25 isn't the worst. Probably not the worst. I still would have to find a base somewhere, but this isn't as bad as I thought it would be cost-wise. Y'all know I don't like to spend money, so but I do love a good DIY. This isn't super bad, actually, cost-wise. I thought this would be, I actually prefer this shape, I think, over, and then that would go over the bulb. Yeah. Maybe I think I'm still gonna take a chance to go look, but now seeing if I have to buy, worst comes to worst, I have to buy a wireframe online. And that's not because I honestly was like, how hard would it be to make a wireframe myself? Could I make one out of like wire hanger? But also, I don't know if I'm that. There's a level of DIY I'm willing to do and a level of DIY I'm not. And I don't, I don't know if I'm willing to do that level of DIY. I think just the fabric part will be fun to me. I think the actual wiring aspect would not be very fun for me. And I would lose interest in the project very quickly if I had to do the wiring aspect. Some of these prices are, I get it, but $150. $150. You might as well just buy the lamp then. At that price, get it yourself. Some of this isn't so bad. Some of this is too modern, whatever the heck that is. That's not for me. That's not my audience, obviously. This one is pretty cute too. I guess I also have to see where the base would go, because like on that, I couldn't put that on this frame because of where the base of the lamp head is. Trying to find a word. I don't know. We'll have to see. We're gonna start with this little project first and then go from there. That's the game plan. That is the game plan with that. And I think once I figure that out, then we'll be able to move on to the bigger, better lamp. We can invest in actual a leopard fabric that will still allow light to shine through and all of that. But that is a goal. I also think I'm going to make my own Halloween costume this year. Let me at least put Sims up on the screen so people don't think I'm just like a weirdo who's like a liar and saying that I'm playing Sims just for clout or something. If people even do that. I don't know. But I promise I do play Sims. I be chatting a lot. I think I'm gonna try and make not my actual Halloween costume. Well, I am making my actual Halloween costume, but my actual Halloween costume is still. I'm not saying anything publicly yet because it's the first year I'm not gonna be a vampire, and it's pretty big, in my opinion. I think it's a pretty big costume, but I think I'm gonna DIY. I have like a little costume party that I am going to, and I think I'm gonna make my very own costume from scratch for the first time. And I think because I have so much red fabric, do I have it in here? My curtains are it. Yeah, you would be wrong. I'm not going to be a vampire, so haha, take it, eat it. Anyway. I don't know if you could see it, okay? But these are my curtains. And I have so many fabrics of that curtain, so much excess curtain that I've just been saving it, and I'm like, I'm going to make something with it at some point. I'm going to make something with it at some point. I think I'm going to make a cute little devil costume with it, just like a little shift dress. And because this little party it's at somebody's house, I imagine it's probably going to be a little cozy moment. So I don't have to be like too extreme about it. But then if I just make like a red shift dress, I'll be able to wear it again in the future. And so then it's also really not a waste of fabric. And then I think I'm going to make like a cute little 1930s hood with little devil horns on it. I think I'm going to make that as my costume. I think that's the plan. And it should be cute. Hopefully. Hopefully. I am also scouting pattern for that. I would make that on the stream as well. But I cannot bring my sewing machine in here. I don't have anywhere to place my sewing machine in here that I could efficiently work and also stream it. So I'll probably just make like a YouTube video or something showing that project off. It would be nice if I could sew on the stream, but I can't do that. I just don't have the availability in this room for that. But that is another idea. I'm just feeling very crafty right now. I want to make crafts. I want to do things. And I realize I can show, like, it'd be nice to show y'all. Because this is what I do. I just get a wild hair and I go, you know what? I think I'm going to bedazzle my bra today. And then that's what I do. That's what I do with my life. It's me just randomly taking on little side projects and crafts and hobbies. I will say the Patreon will be the first to know my Halloween costume. They will know first. I just don't want to say anything yet because I know everybody is expecting me to be a vampire. I know it, all right? I'm aware. It's the first year, though. It's a big deal, okay? Stepping out of my comfort zone. But I'm also very excited. I'm going to, like, this queer event, which kind of makes our costume even more fun for me. This is going to be such a fun year. And I'll still be free to give out candy to the trick-or-treaters, which I love to do. I love to see the trick-or-treaters. It is one of my favorite things to do. I love little kids particularly because they're so nervous and so scared to knock on your door. And that sounds mean. I promise I'm not bullying children. I promise I'm not being mean or derogatory towards children. But little kids get so nervous to knock on a door. And it is one of my favorite things because you get down on their level and you're just like, hey, yeah, I mean, you can have some candy. Go ahead. And then they like look at one and they're like, can I have this one? And you go, you have anything you want, babe. It's a free-for-all. You know what? Take a second one on me. Like, love it. Love it so much. So the way my plans are stacked up, I will also be free for trick-or-treaters this year. And I'm so excited about it. That's the only time I want children around my house. All right? The only time. Listen, I got a lot of boobs around my house too. So children, their parents know. Their parents know. We got a lot of naked women around this house, all right? So the children know. The children's parents know. Maybe that's not the house to just let my child run around in for fun. I'm very, very aware of what is happening here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to do all that because I have a side drawer table, whatever it's called. So my stuff is just always hidden anyway. And I'm sorry, people don't have to hang out in my room. If I saw a little kid going toward my bedroom anyway, I'd be like, now why are you going in there? You don't have a reason. You want to go lay down? There's the couch. Like, people don't have a reason to go in my bedroom anyway. I'm very anti. Why are we? Well, I guess. Okay. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was about to say, I guess if I had a roommate and I lived in an apartment situation where it was either we hang out in the living room talking about our whatever we want to talk about, or we would go to their room to talk about whatever we wanted to talk about. I guess I understand then I would hang out in their bedroom. I guess that makes sense to me then, but I don't know. At this point in my life, I'm like, no, we don't have to hang out in the bedroom anymore. Your roommate's gonna hear about what you did last night? I mean, they probably heard it anyway. Like, I don't, why are we going to your bedroom and whispering like schoolgirls? I don't understand that. Yeah, I'm realizing now the bathroom that everybody uses is the most naked bathroom. In fact, I think and needless to say, we actually don't have a lot of guests here. So that's probably why. Probably not why. Everybody's pretty cool, but yeah, I don't understand gathering in the bedroom. I'm really, Dorm rooms, I understand then, because obviously it's the dorm room. You sleep, you eat, you study there, all in the same space. That makes sense. I just think there's a point when you get older and like you're not hanging out in the bedroom anymore. And if you really need like a moment of privacy, you either like leave. I'm trying to think, because like I said, even if I had a roommate, like yeah, I would just be like, all right, my roommate's gonna hear about my adult life or whatever. If I had to gossip about my roommate, I would probably just be like, yo, we gotta let's run to the grocery store real quick. Like I would leave my house. Like I'm not going to go like whisper to you, he in the bedroom. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a hang out in the bedroom kind of person anymore. I think I'm a little old for that. But I understand other people having to go into there to get, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Having to go into there to get access to other rooms. That does make sense. That's a little bit more forgiving to me, forgivable to me than somebody being like, hey, do you want to hang out in my bedroom? I'd be like, no. Respectfully, no. If that's the case, let's just hang out at my place where we could hang out in the living room or in the kitchen or not the bedroom. I had to get rid of these gnomes. I can never do these gnomes. Whatever the heck they are, you have to like give them gifts or something like that. Or else they kill you or something. Something crazy like that. They electrocute you and all that. I refuse to do that. That is not my ministry. I'm just taking them out of my game. And I'm selling them for a profit and making my money. You will not have 1 foot tall men, white men. No. Bossing me around in my black household, that's not happening. Absolutely not. Girl, go pee. What you mean? What you mean you're uncomfortable? Go pee then. I gotta do everything for you. I also thought about, so I'm not allowed to stick wallpaper up. So I thought about maybe I can stick some fabric up or something. I don't know. I want to put more pattern in this room. I also have to be very, very careful of the heat levels though, because my computer generates a lot of heat. Right now it is blowing at 76 degrees, which is pretty freaking hot. Pretty hot. So I do have to be careful about how much insulation I accidentally put into this room. But I do want to do more decorating in here, especially since I'll be dancing in here more. That is oh my god, I'm trying to get you to eat something that's like not sweet. Babe. Yeah, it would be cute if I was allowed to do it. I think what I'm gonna end up doing, I was talking to my friend about it, and we had the idea of maybe possibly I could put up wallpaper with like, what in between it. They make like command strips. I don't know if this is, every single time I say this, somebody doesn't know what I'm talking about, a command strip. And I'm like, is this just only because I went to college that I know what a command strip is? But they make command strips, but instead of it being like the hooks on it, it's basically like tape. And so it's like extra strong hold tape. And part of me thinks maybe I can do an extra strong hold command strip kind of deal to the wallpaper and stick it up on my wall so that I'm not really applying the wallpaper to my wall, and it's like loophole. That is a thought that I have. I just have to find one that I like. Truth be told, the one I really would like, I'm using my Sims as an example, I would really like this kind of wallpaper. Honestly, if I could find this Sims wallpaper, this floral here, that's what I would put. That's what I would do as my wall back there. Because something about a floral, a deep, moody, large printed floral with a leopard print seems very, very fun. I don't know if I would be allowed to do that. I don't know the permissions on that. Um, I think I've been told that they're not always reliable, so that would be the concern about that, is if something happened and it still managed to peel the paint off the wall.
Tobler? Huh? Oh.
If I didn't have to worry about that though, then yeah, I would definitely do that option instead. By the way, this house, I did not decorate this house for me. I decorated this house for my Sims. It's cute. It's not exactly my style all the way through, but I made it with my Sims in mind instead of me in mind. And it was very hard. Yeah. So, we'll see, but that's another thing I've thought about doing, or my other option would just be to do a giant gallery wall. But collecting that much art, and then I'd probably do it slow and steady because I don't know. I don't want to, like, first off, spend a bunch of money all at once. That's crazy. But also, I don't want to force myself to have to try and find art. I would rather art come to me. I don't know. But I'm ready for something to be on that wall. Something it needs to go up there in that area. Is this extras? Ooh, not you being able to cook. Okay, girl. You really are growing up into the ultimate adult.
Ah.
Well, we'll see. Once I get my shoes here, I know that's really gonna like propel me just all the way. I'm gonna be so ready to finish up the rest of this room. I'm gonna be like, all right, this is now my space. I'm also thinking about making cushions so I can sit on the floor. Originally, I wanted to put a chair in here, but I don't have space for that. I really don't have space for a chair in here. Okay, perfect scenario would be wallpapered wall with the gallery wall on top of it. Honestly, find a bunch of frames, do something really cool with that. That would be perfect scenario, but like I said, I don't know about the wallpaper aspect of it all. So, and yeah, I'm very picky about art too. Very, 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 very picky about art. And oh, my fridge is broken. My refrigerator is broken. What? Can I fix it myself? Hold up. Let me save it just in case she electrocutes herself. Hold on. I've seen some art too that I really liked, and I actually almost went to purchase One Piece, but then I think it was located in the UK or whatever, and with the tariffs, of course, she put a halt on shipping out here. And I was like, damn, that sucks because I really wanted this particular piece. And I'll be honest, I do have an aversion to putting white people on my walls right now. I don't want to do it. Oh, that was a very quick fix. I don't want to do it. So that's going to make finding art all that much more difficult. Trying to find the pieces I want. If I'm going to use humans, obviously there will be some people on my wall because I just like looking at the human body. I specifically want black people on my wall. I don't want a bunch of white people on my wall. I just don't want it. So, you know. I'm just being real. Just being honest here, you know? So, me trying to decide how I want to say everything so that it doesn't sound like the most offensive thing in the world, but also like, yeah. And I also, like, there are a couple pieces of my own that I would like to stick up on my wall, but I can't decide if that would be, like, creepy and weird if somebody came in here and was like, oh, oh, that's you. That's just your face. Or, oh, there's one picture of, like, I'm, like, bent over, but, like, my face isn't, power move. There's one picture where my face isn't in it, and it's basically just my torso leaned back, but there's something about the colors of it, because I have, like, a white bodysuit on against my brown skin, and then there's a gold chain on it, and there's something about the textures and the colors in it that I also really like. But I'm also like, somebody would come in here and be like, that's a really nice picture. And it would take everything in me to be like, thanks, that's my torso. Like, kind of like how somebody says, oh, that's a really cute dress. And you go, thanks, it has pockets. Like, you don't know why you said that. Nobody asked. They were just complimenting your dress. It would take everything in my power not to go, thanks, that's my torso. And I just can't decide if it would be, because one of the pictures I would definitely stick up is I guess I would call it like the more Renaissance style photo that I took that everyone and their mother loves. I also love it, and I would like to stick that up in here, but I'm also like, I don't know, that might be crazy. That might actually be insane. I don't know if I could get away with doing that. Oh, are you Instagramming? Is that what you just did, girl? I get you. We were one and the same. But I would love to do something like that. My friend Jackie takes really great pictures. Well, she doesn't take them, she models. And I would love to have, she's Asian, as you can see, not a white. She is Asian. And I would love to have one of her pieces up also on my wall. So I don't know. I have actually asked her for a print before. I gotta wait for her to get back to me on it, but I just want bad bitches on my wall. All right, throw in a little leopard animal on there as well. Some cute sketches. I need to get her acting skill up because she's going to be an actor when she grows up. So we're just going to be practicing our monologues here. Ooh. I really also need to... I've never done the university route because I just got that expansion pack for myself. So I also want her to get good enough that hopefully she can get a scholarship and go to college. I did not graduate college, but I almost failed out of college because when I was freshman, maybe, university's expansion pack came out for Sims 3, and I legit would skip classes to send my Sims to school. So this is almost, I don't know, this is a nice little homage to my younger self and be like, hey babe, you didn't finish. You did not finish, but now you don't have to feel guilty about sending your Sims to college because, well, you're not in school anymore, so it's fine. Your time is 120% yours as it always should have been. And I think that's nice. I think that's nice for younger me. Wow, she does that. I'm also... Should probably flip through my Hotel Kish book that I got. Oh, how long ago did I get this? Maybe I got this last year. I don't know. It's very excited to get it. Ooh. Girl, you're dusty! You're dusty! But it's nice because it has the interiors of... Wait,
Moanaya.
just even opening it,
Moanaya? Moana.
the inside cover of it is already
Dailish
cute.
Basha.
But it's nice because it has the
Walush.
interiors of hotel rooms. And not that I'm, you know, designing my space like a hotel, but it is nice to get, like, interior design inspo. I'm trying to find... At one point, I had stuff saved in here, but I also just don't like having a lot of clutter in my books. So I do remove labels and whatnot. But, like, tell me this is not fun and cute. Something like that, but in pink. Not for this room. Obviously, that would be dream house goals. That would not be what's happening right here. All right. What is this music for? I don't know what's happening. Let me pause that. Oh. I forgot about this guy. I don't know if I'm really even allowed to show that, but that's a light switch. And you can imagine what the switch is. All right. Okay. If you want to go and check that out, that is Hicksville Pines Chalets and Motel in Idlewild Pine Cove, California. That's where that is at. But I love picture books. I always have. My favorite book as a kid was Pancakes for Breakfast by Tommy DePaulo. And my feelings were real hurt when my librarian said I could not take that book out anymore because it's way too beneath my reading level. But I love that book so much. But I love a picture book because I love to find inspiration for things. And it also just kind of reminds me of the life I want to live. And so this is like a nice interior inspo. Maybe also travel inspo if that's what you're... Oh, like this is fun. I don't necessarily like the bedding, but this is fun for like that mirror back there is so good. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? We're playing Sims and chatting. I hope you don't mind a little dual moment happening here. Wait, this is fun. I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. I already asked. My bad. Sorry. But yeah. I just like, do I actually need the book sleeve on this? I've started taking... used to be super anti taking the book sleeves off, and because I want to protect my books, but I don't know. This is kind of cute too. It's very simplistic. This is the original cover of it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll take the book sleeve off and then save it. The book cover, dust cover, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. I was supposed to be making a lamp today, and I could not make my lamp. And that's been a bummer. But otherwise, my streaming's been going good. I feel like it's been going pretty good. I got my friends here, you know? And that's all that matters. It's like a big kiki, a big hangout. Do you stream? How is streaming for you? It's me having to go on Releve every 5 minutes because standing on this concrete ground as well is not the best thing, but here we are. What do you stream? I play Sims, or I play games on my Switch, like Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I've done that before. I haven't done Animal Crossing yet. I've played it, but I haven't streamed it yet. I've also played Cult of the Lamb. Haven't streamed that either. I'm mostly like a cozy simulations kind of gamer. Although I have thought about playing Red Dead Redemption on stream. I don't know how good I would be at it, but oh, you're like that. Those for me are hardcore games. Those are games that are take a lot of coordination that I do not believe I have personally. Which is why I think a game like Red Dead Redemption would be very entertaining for me to try and play. I've seen it played through. I love the game. I love the aesthetic. But yo, I think I think it would be difficult. Grand Theft Auto? I have never played Grand Theft Auto before. I know what it is. I've just never played it before. It seems like, you know what it is? It's one of those games where you have to be mean, and I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hurt anybody, okay? Oh, I have seen the previews for that, and it does look very, very good. I will probably watch other people play it. I don't know that I will be playing it, but I definitely could see myself watching other people play it, because it does look really nice. Yeah. It's crazy how much graphics have changed, too. Actually, I think one of the very first games that my parents ever bought us was Grand Theft Auto, but they didn't know what it was. I think it was Grand Theft Auto and like Celebrity Wrestling Match or something like that. My parents didn't know what it was. It was like, we had like a PlayStation. We got a PlayStation one year. PlayStation 2, maybe it was. I don't even remember. But my parents had no idea. And then when they saw what was happening, they were like, yeah, you can't play this. We were very young too, mind you. They were like, you can't play this. We're done here. So it's crazy now to see. I even think that way about Sims though, to see the graphics and how much smoother everything is compared to when I first started playing Sims. So I love the fact that there was a time where your parents would just buy you stuff thinking, yeah, it probably was on a display case that said popular games right now or something. And then your parents are like, yeah, all right, it's a popular game right now, let me buy it. And because they're not like, you know, you can't go online and like look things up like that at that point in time, they just brought it home, and then they saw, wait, there's guns, there's sex happening on our screen. They were like, wait, we gotta take the games away. we gotta steal this. Yeah, it is very, very, very weird when I see little kids operate iPhones. I'm always really weirded out by that. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't read? Because you fully can't read, but can operate an iPhone. Cannot read, does not know what the screen says, but can operate an iPhone. I've been streaming for, oh gosh, I would say about a month now. Yeah, about a month. It hasn't been very long. So I'm still kind of trying to find my footing, figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. I'm definitely more of a chatter than I am a player. Yeah, yes, very, very new. Very, very new. So, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I'm very excited. This is a very intimidating platform, by the way. Because I've never watched streamers before either. So, that's sweet. Thank you. I hope the same for you. That's very sweet. That's why I like streaming. People are nice. Mostly. I almost caught myself there. Hold on. Mostly nice. Thank you. I would like to. There's other things I like to do too. And I fear that streaming sometimes might get in the way of me doing the other things I enjoy in life. But I would love to be online more often. I'm gonna call one of my friends. I feel like it's been a while. Sure. Go ahead and give your suggestion. I'm always open to feedback. I won't always take feedback, but I will. I am open to it. It does take a lot of time. Uh, Upgrade my profile. What do you mean by upgrade my profile? Because I did do my, what is it, panels, I think. Okay. I think I need a little bit of elaboration on that. Because I did do my overlays. I did do my, okay. We'll drop it in the chat, babes. Yeah, when I get ready for Twitch, so this is the thing. Getting ready for streaming can take me like, because I still like to do my morning routine, right? That's pretty important to me. Getting my morning movement is very, very, very important to me. Hold on, I think I have. Boom. Using my shortcuts. But what was I saying? Yeah. So I have a morning routine, and it is very, very important to me and my own sanity that I'm able to do my morning routine, right? My morning routine can take me about like, I don't know. Like I said, my morning walk is part of that, so that's already an hour worth of time. So I already have to get up at 7, which I know isn't early for some people, but it is for me. So I get up. I do think about the inner workings of my life for about 30 minutes, which I would love to say that I could just take that out, but I don't think I can. I think I have to contemplate my life for 30 minutes when I get up in the morning. And then brush my teeth, wash my face, put on my clothes to do my morning walk, which, like I said, is an hour-long morning walk. I take the boys outside before I do my walk, though, and I let them, because they're in their cages all night, so I let them go out there, and that can take anywhere from like 10 to like 20 minutes. Between 6 and 7 is the time I get up. So, yeah, I try to have very healthy habits for myself. Otherwise, I will lose it. I will lose it. I'll check my Discord in a second because I don't like to check the Discord while I'm on stream because it feels very rude. Try to stay off my phone while I'm streaming. I need to turn my fan on real quick. I am getting a little hot here. What was I saying? Yeah, so getting up between 6 and 7 every morning. Contemplating my life, 30 minutes, get dressed, brush my teeth, wash my face, moisturize, let the boys out, give them time to kind of sniff the earth, do whatever they got to do. Yeah, and I mean, I will also say I'm up very late too, and I say this all the time. I can operate. I mean, I'm not advising anybody to do this, but I do operate on minimal sleep very, very well. And I would love to say that I get 8 hours of sleep every night, but I do not. I probably go to bed. I get into my bed at midnight, but then I probably don't go to sleep until about like 1, 2 in the morning. And then if I have a night out, it's even later than that. And I will still get up between like, the latest I'll get up is about 8. 8 is like my absolute like, I'm up late if I'm up at 8. But I can still do a modified version of my morning routine, right? Because it's important. It is very important to me that I can get my morning routine in, or else things are just thrown off. Yeah. Yeah. I am not advising anybody to live their life the way that I am when it comes to actual sleep hours, because that would be terrible. But I am able to do that. So that is how I do it. But after I let the boys out, let them in, then I take care of the house, okay? There's a point I take care of myself, but I take care of the house first, because if not, everybody and their mother will be bothering me all damn day, and I can't do that. So I take care of the dishes. I'll do any light sweeping that needs to happen. I feed the boys, give them some water, take care of all of them, make sure everybody in the house is okay, so that the rest of the day, they can't be bothering me about some nonsense, all right? That is what happens, okay? And then I take care of me. Then I take care of me. Which means I do my morning walk. I also journal. And if I need to, I don't want to say plan my day, because planning my day is not really what I do, but I do think about the things I would like to accomplish during my day. Yeah, about 5 to 6 hours is really all I need. And if I absolutely have to, I can go on 4, but I don't, I already know as a human, I'm pushing it at 5 to 6 hours. I already know that's like not advisable. Someday I'm waiting for me to get a full 8 hours, but I operate very, very well and efficiently. If I ever felt tired, I will sleep in. Like, that's why I don't feel bad on my period where I just lay around all day, because I know that I am operating at like 87% efficiency most of the time. I just made that random number up. There is no real science behind it, but I am operating at a pretty high level of efficiency most of the time. So the first day of my period where my optimization is down to 7%, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't. 30 steps in that day, I feel zero badness about it, okay? Because the rest of the days, I am running around getting everything done. So walk, plan, kind of figure out what needs to happen during the day. Then I think about y'all. I took care of the house, took care of myself. Now I think about y'all. And I go, okay, what needs to happen for work today, and how do I take care of work? And then that brings us into what is essentially my afternoon. And that starts around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So I hope that kind of gives an overview of my morning routine. Yeah, sometimes there's a shower in there. You know, that does happen every once in a while. But my non-negotiables for sure are I have to get my movement in every morning. Every morning I have to get my movement in. Lately, it's been in the form of a walk, but sometimes I'll do a walk combined with either yoga, Pilates, or pole conditioning. Really just whatever I'm feeling up to that day. But that's an absolute non-negotiable for me. And then taking care of the house, because I really just, I cannot deal with people just bugging me all damn day for no reason. Yeah, I could see that. Yep. And then I want to, like, I understand that in theory, I could be flexible about, like, oh, I could instead stream at 1 instead of 12. But I think, like, the rigidity of, like, oh, no, like, this is an appointment I have at 12 does help. Even if I'm a little late to it, like, I understand that being self-employed means that you kind of get to have your own schedule, but I still operate very much under a schedule every single day. I'm trying to think, when do I even sleep in? If I'm sick, there are times I sleep in until like 10 if I'm sick or like I know a migraine's gonna happen. But also growing up, I had to be up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to catch the school bus. So I think that's the other reason why I am very good at the early morning thing. Like, I think it's just kind of ingrained in me to be up this early. And like really for what? Like, for what? Not to say for what, but also for what? I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Nobody is setting an alarm clock for me. I'm like, it's for no reason, you know? But what takes the majority, what makes me run so late is honestly the process of getting ready for the stream. Is deciding like, okay, I know everybody on the stream loves it when I put that shit on. So I'm like, all right, that's going to take an extra hour, hour and a half to do my makeup and my hair. so that I can get onto the stream. And then I want to take pictures of it while it's still fresh so that I have beauty photos to post later on. And that takes up a big part. And I'm fitting that on top of everything else that I'm doing. And these are not complaints. They're just like, no, this is like this is what I do to get ready to be on here. Love what I do. Just also, I'm like this makeup today it was for the most part just slapped on. This is not putting that shit on. This was slapped on. Because I had to run some errands this morning, but
Jorm? Alu Paz? Bivazi? Yai Murful? Omiva. Yai Canathor. Mabiza. Krankis Naramo.
maybe I'll do like
Zeru.
I don't think it's enough for like an actual video, but maybe I'll do like a reel or whatever. What is it? Yeah, reel, a short of my morning routine. I just don't think it's enough for an actual. You'll be watching me walk for an hour. I don't think that it's enough for that. Or maybe I can talk about the importance of. I could parlay it into something else. The importance of routines or something like that. Taking care of yourself, whatever you got to do there. The Landgrab family is a very wealthy, rich family in The Sims, and my girl is besties with the daughter of the Landgrab family. Like, crazy. I was never friends with the popular kids in school, so imagine my surprise when I find out that my Sim is, throw shade. Absolutely not, that's your best friend. They exchange best friend bracelets even.
Stone.
Wait, do you have work? She does. Damn. But she's gonna hang out in her house anyway because she's friends with my mom too. So teach her about responsibility.
Oh, Renable. Yabosa. Nerf the mens. Oh, nay.
75
We're back.
degrees is my computer right now.
Follow
I have been having to watch it because yesterday it might have overheated. I'm really not sure what happened, but it just like would not turn back on and we could not figure out why. And I was like, I have to stream tomorrow. We have to figure out what's going on here. My people, they need to see me tomorrow, okay? I have places to be, aka the internet. So you need to figure this out pronto. It might have been an overheating moment. I'm not 100% sure. But it shouldn't happen because I was pretty lucky with my computer setup. So, I don't know. We'll see. A new set is needed for the show on Friday, but there are not enough funds in the budget to make anything nice. Jeff wants On to go to the hardware store at night with him and steal the needed supplies. Should On make a drab set or steal what's necessary? My kid is not a robber. The set may look drab, but On did not break the law. Although Jeff is giving you trouble, the teacher is proud of On for making the most of the limited budget. On gains performance for a job well done. I cannot... Robbery? 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 So confused. What do you mean you was at work and somebody said, we need you to rob them? That's crazy. If your job asks you to rob somebody, you need to leave that job. And I know times are hard, but please do not go to jail for what I know for her is a minimum wage job. That's absolutely bonkers. Do not go to jail for, I mean, I would say any job, but especially a minimum wage job. Do not do that. That's, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. That's so crazy to me. Okay. It is Thanksgiving in their game, so I guess we're going to cook a turkey dinner.
Kids.
Aw, Tiffany's a dog lover. Tiffany is such a popular girl name, too. It is such the name of a popular girl. Tiffany, Brittany, all the knee names. Such a popular girl name.
Robo, Zuma Forb.
Also, I think every Sarah I've ever known has been a popular girl.
Lois Scoopa.
I think.
Chad Strassa, Chimapojos.
Actually, I'm realizing I'm just listing off white girl names. So maybe, maybe if you're white, you're popular. Maybe that's actually what's going through my brain right now. Hold on.
Tiffany Frost, Sinochet, Yanka Bamu.
Jaleesa is here. Is she an actor?
Guma, Aaron Boyish Annoy.
Also have it so that they don't wear shoes in the house because that's disgusting.
Widaba Urabea. Vush Suna. From Exanoid.
Oh, I think actually Jaleesa is her platonic prom date.
Zuma Forb.
I think.
Panay.
Or maybe it's her crush. I'm just now learning chat with crush.
Dalbao Saba. Uh-huh.
But also she might have a crush on Octavio because it seems like she wants to flirt with that guy too. So I don't know. She might be a little Casanova. I think Alita was a little Casanova too when she was young. That's so funny. The genetics of it all.
Bahira
Sexy pose. You're a child.
Oh, Rinka, Thinica, Tabla, huh? Hibanai, Kinniku, Swarspa, Rinka, Shrozis, Habimi, Zoom, Baruda, Shalizam, Lynx.
Oh, I guess I have to like plan her prom outfit at some point, don't I? Because she doesn't have one yet. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let me go up to her dresser. I think it's plan outfits. And I can plan her prom look. That'll be fun. I don't know what her vibe would be. She's definitely like an edgy girl. Like she's so cool. She just looks so cool. Can I make, how do I make a second formal outfit maybe? Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Hold up.
Huh?
Because I'm pretty sure there's a way to make, yes, cancel. I'm pretty sure there's a way to make a second formal outfit.
Bye.
I'm not being you, I'm being her. Alright, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Just kidding. Maybe I have no idea. Forget that idea. We're gonna confess our daydream about our crush, see how she feels. We're doing pretty well. I think our bar is up pretty high. I have a good reputation. I just became good friends with her. Oh, wait, are they already? Wait. Oh no, they're supposed to be calling for a call for a grand meal. Supposed to be the Thanksgiving meal. Let's speed this up, Jack. Let's do this. There we go. Not this evil gnome here. Ready to kill us? Okay, let me... Inventory. sell that because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Cho Baba
And then my
Harfana.
crush is eating with us. Enjoy company. That's sweet.
Sarpava Baral. Oh, she
Obsessed about our favorite celebrity,
Wow.
whoever the Justin Bieber of their time
Yay,
is.
Oh, Gariz. Bankira. Shavy. Bully Galan Boosh. Bukina game. Umove. Zopi. Vabo. Flash. Woo! Wave bow. Sarpava Baral. Oh, yes. Pepisam serve.
I'm not just gonna clean up the table because she has manners and she is polite. Or at least I want her to be. I think her small... Looks like Alita just befriended an egotistical sim. Egotistical sims have high standards and even higher opinions of themselves. They often seek to flaunt their wealth and possessions and demand the very best out of every experience. In terms of sim preferences, would you say that Alita likes egotistical sim? I'm gonna say no. She seems like she would not.
Oh, sure.
But I was trying to get into her simology
Oh, Buster Boog.
and see. We got our responsibility, we got our manners up real high. We gotta get our conflict resolution and our empathy and our emotional control. But emotional control is so hard for whatever reason. I don't get it.
Hello, Babruana. Pepisam serve.
But I think she is ready to go to sleep. She still has school in the morning. And then I'm going to have Alita, not that we need more money, but, you know, I'm going to have her clean that up. And then write a science fiction book. Because I think that's the highest earning genre she can write in. I think. I do like standing. There's so much space, it feels like. I mean, it's not a lot of space, but it feels like I can just move around. The slant being on my desk, though, is not my favorite. But I know it doesn't belong here anyway. I'm so excited to, like, do this project. Have my own custom lamp. What am I gonna name my book? Oh, actually, good name. Midnight Field for a science fiction book. Yeah. Boom.
Oh, Illinois.
Writing books, taking naps. I guess I can speed through this. I don't actually have to sit much and do all this, do I? And then when I get off here, I'm gonna do another little walk. And then I have to get ready because I have more errands to run, craft store to run. I got things to do, babes. I lead a very busy life. From my house. All from my house. About to level up in our writing skill. Level 9. Mystery. She can also submit to Literary Digest. Nice. I think that's how you can get even more in royalties, I believe. Let me check this book. It's an excellent book. Not a bestseller. You can send thank you cards. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Okay. But I could only do that once a week. So let me do this. Do we have bills? No. Okay. Just double checking my bills. Make sure those are paid. It really is helpful. I mean, I don't go outside a lot because it's hot here. All right, in Arkansas, it is very, 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 very hot all the time, and I'm sweaty and hot and hate it. So I walk a lot in my house with the walking pad and everything, and it is very, very nice. And I can just tell like a difference in the way that my body feels and my mental space feels since I've started doing it. It just, I love it. Is she eating that? But she's about to eat trash. I was so confused. Like I said, I do it in the morning and at night for an hour, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fit in my night one tonight just because of the plans I have. So I'm going to do one today for probably like 45 minutes, but also knowing that I have other things to do today where I won't be sitting at a desk. But it is a priority to me to, I would say, hit at least 8,000 steps a day. An absolute priority, which is something I purposely have to do, being that I am always working on a computer or always, you know, at a desk or just doing something that's sitting, you know. I very actively have to make that choice. I wish I could say it comes naturally, but it does not. It does not come naturally. Play us out, my girl. Jeez Louise, that's a tall building. You must live in the city or work in the city, huh? That's a lot of steps, but I get it. I could definitely see myself saying, yeah, I'm gonna walk those steps and then just not. Oh, that makes way more sense. I was like, wait. That... Not gonna lie, that does change things a little bit here. That's still a good amount of stairs, but from the 19th to the 7th floor definitely had me. I was definitely sitting here like, wow, okay, that's crazy, but go off if that's what you gotta do. I mean... Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. I don't have stairs in my house, all right? I'm not walking any stairs. Definitely not that many flights. That's crazy. I do though. Like if I'm on the phone, I'm always walking. That is actually, the boys know when my phone rings, it's time to go to the outdoors. Okay, they know what it means when my phone rings. They know what it means if I'm on my phone, because I'm always walking if I'm on my phone. That is a habit I just have also ingrained in me. I thought maybe they were in here, but I'm realizing they probably left. They're like, this girl won't shut up and we just want to take a nap. I do that, and that takes a lot of steps for me because I also spend a long time on the phone. I'm always on the phone for like an hour at a time plus. So grateful for the people in my life that let me just jab their ears off, much like y'all let me do that here. And then I think, yeah, the rest, my average step count is about, it's, if I have my actual walk, I could easily get up to 11,000, but if I don't have my planned strategic walk, then only about 7,000 to 8,000. And then if I'm really having just one of those days, I mean, girl, it could be anything from like 2,500 to like 3,000. 2,500 to 3,000 though was what I was averaging. Like, to put in context, that was what I was averaging for like the last, like, I don't know, 8 months or something. it was a very long time I was basically a sentient being. Like, I was not doing anything at all. At all. Post COVID, especially, doing nothing. So, yeah, I feel really good about it. I know that 10,000 steps is like, now, it's not like a real, I heard it's like an arbitrary number, right? The whole goal is that you're just supposed to walk more in general, and 10,000 is an easy number for people to just have in the part of their brain that makes them go, oh, this should be my aspirational number, right? But I also know people brag all the time about like, oh, you know, I get my 10,000 steps a day. Babe, I don't work I don't work outside of the house. I don't leave my house. So like 10,000 steps a day while I'm in my house, okay? While I'm in my house for like weeks at a time, okay? So I feel very proud of it. It's like I said, it's a conscientious effort. It's something I have to work at. I have to purposely do every single day. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And I live in the suburbs too. Mind you, I don't live in a city where I would be walking everywhere, which is why my steps used to be so high when I was younger. It's that morning walk. I'm telling you, that morning walk will do it for you, okay? And like, kudos to you, because when I was trying to get my steps up from like 2,500, I was so proud of myself for getting like 5,000 steps a day. Like, I was like, oh, I'm really doing it. Like, I am really doing it. And then I love my Apple Watch because I don't really, how do I say this? I don't really like to track necessarily my calories, because my calories don't really mean much to me because I'm not going to track what I eat. I just refuse to do that. That's not going to be my life, and that will not be a part of my ministry. There's nothing bad about it. I'm not saying there's anything bad about it. It's just I refuse to track the logistics of the things that I'm shoving down my throat, okay? I love food. I'm not going to do all that. But I do love my Apple Watch because it does remind me, yeah, it is. 5,000 steps is a flex, okay? I was proud, okay? But I love my Apple Watch because it reminds me to stand up every once in a while when I'm really bad about standing up, because I will just get so absorbed in something. I have two modes. I'm either so absorbed in something that I forget to stand up and move around, or I'm bouncing off of these walls every 3 seconds, okay? There's no in between. There's absolutely no in between with me. I am a master of extremes, okay? So I love that it reminds me to stand up, but I also just like watching my count, like my step count. That's like my favorite thing. To see if I hit my step. Also, kind of to watch the exercise ring go up. It's like automatically set to 30 minutes or something like that. But to see myself like hit like an hour or something, and it's all from walking. Mind you, I'm not lifting weights. I'm not in the gym. You'll never see me in the gym. Can I say that confidently? Yeah, I think I can say that pretty confidently. You'll never see me in a gym. If you saw me in the gym, it was my twin, all right? And I don't even have a twin. It was a clone. Somebody out there has cloned me against my will and put that clone in the gym. I will never be in the gym. That is a lie. That is not who I am. So I'm not doing anything crazy with my workouts, but I do like to see the workout ring time move, because like I said, the calories don't really mean that much to me. I guess they could, but they don't. They just don't. So but we're gonna be moving, we're gonna be dancing, we're gonna get our new heels in soon, so we're gonna be swinging around and all of that. I can't wait. Like, I'm probably going to take the most simplest photos because I'm going to be so excited to take a picture of my new heels with my matching shoes or my matching nails. Like, just grab the heel of my shoe and just post something like that. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so stoked. So stoked for these heels. I'm going to be watching. It's funny because they're getting shipped to my house on my twin sibling's birthday. So, you know. Okay. That I wouldn't mind. If there was a gym attached to where I live, I 100% would probably be more inclined to go to the gym. But the fact that I have to leave my house to go, I'm not going. There's too much time for me to talk myself out of it. I think the only reason why I even work out, I'm saying that so loosely, mind you, but I think the only reason why I even work out in this room is because I'm gonna have to be in this room anyway, and I love being in this room so much that I'm just trying to find things to do in this room, and that's where like my workout comes in. I have my yoga mat in here. I have my pink yoga, or not my pink. It's like purple. And then I have my yoga mat in here. I got my blocks. I used to have these like, what is it, resistant bands in here, but I don't even do all that anymore because why am I doing a resistant band? I don't care about that. No. I just want to be more bendy, which is why I have this. I do my Pilates because I think it's fun. I actually think Pilates is fun to do. It's hard. But it's fun. And then I have my other mat for my pole so I don't crack my head on this concrete floor because it is concrete, which is, not the best thing for pole dancing, but it is what it is. Common gym shared with lots of neighbors. Yeah, I could see that being pretty unappealing. There was a time I went to the gym. I did try. All right. I went to the gym and I decided I was going to, first off, baby steps, all right? I've definitely told this story on here before. I was trying to get myself, the very first time I was going to go to the gym, my goal was just to go in there. That was my whole goal. I just wanted to go in there and then get out. That's how terrified of the gym I was. My goal was merely just to get in there, scan my card, look around, and then get out. And if I did that, I knew that I did what I meant to do, all right? And so I went in there, and I actually felt pretty good about going in there. I was very nervous, but I felt pretty good. And then I spotted, as I looked around, I spotted the treadmills, and I was like, surely I can figure out a treadmill, right? So I walked up the stairs to go use the treadmill. It took all of my brain cells to get that treadmill on. Why is there was presets or something and all this other stuff. I could not figure out the treadmill, so I just pressed the quick start button or something like that. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea because it quick started me on a hike illusion. I was dying and I think I only did 8 minutes of it and I immediately was like, I gotta go. So I went to go leave. And then the person at the front counter goes, "Are you really proud of what you did today?" And I felt so shamed. It took me another week to work myself up to get back in there. I was so scared. Not your neighbor. Yeah, I mean, I think they were trying to encourage me, but it was not encouraging to me at all. In fact, it just made me more self-conscious about the fact that I was in there. No. But that's the other thing. We'd be grunting in there and everything. Noise canceling. Immediate noise canceling. I don't want to hear myself going, ew. breathing to go up the stairs to use the treadmill. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Gross. The other time that I went to the gym, because it was still in that same time before I canceled it. I did the 1 month free and then I was like, I can't do this. We got to get out of here because this is actually my version of hell. I decided I was going to baby steps, work my way up. Decided I'm going to touch a machine today. That was the goal, to touch a machine found one of the machines that looked like maybe kind of easy. I'd watched a couple videos on YouTube before I went into the gym to kind of see like what other people were doing on the machine. It was like one of those like you sit on it and you push the things with your legs, I guess. So I don't even know the names of these machines. So found one of those because it was like kind of right behind the desk when you first walked into the gym. So I was like, I can figure this out. This seemed pretty easy enough. And as I'm sitting on my machine trying to figure it out because I can't figure out how to fix the weight, and like because I have such long legs, I had to adjust it fully and I did not know how to do any of that. Somebody comes and sits right next to me. Some guy comes there were other machines in there that were the same machine that he could have used. But he came and sat to the one right next to me and used it correctly, offered no advice, nothing. Here's me just fumbling with this machine, and you come, it's giving urinal vibes. And I've never used a urinal before, right? But it's giving, there's so many other urinals you could have used, but you decided to come to the one right next to me so you could watch me while you flex on what I'm doing. Like, it was so, it was so uncomfortable. I hated it. And that was the last time. I said, I'm never doing this again. Absolutely not. And I canceled my gym membership. And I actually, I'm not proud to say it, but I did tell them that I couldn't, because they like have you locked in some sort of contract or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I can't come in. I have COVID. And because I have COVID, I lost my job. So I also can't pay the cancellation fee. And they did help me out. But yeah, I had to get out of that. Because nope. I was done. So now I do everything here, in this house, by myself, where I can be as embarrassing as I want. And I love it here. I do love the aesthetic of like a gym outfit. I love the aesthetic of like, I'm not gonna lie, you will always catch me stopping like on Pinterest of like a pair of sneakers on a treadmill and a little Apple Watch on the screen. I don't know why, but the aesthetic of that, hey, how are you doing? Like, I love that aesthetic so much, and I love that my room is becoming like, it's like part streaming studio, basically part dance studio, and it makes me so happy. The vibes are really immaculate. I honestly, if I was still a cam girl, or if I decided to come out of retirement of being a cam girl, this would be the ultimate cam girl room. I'm not even joking when I say that. This would for sure be the room for the cam girl experience, for sure. Because it definitely kind of gives that vibe unintentionally. It's very unintentional, but yeah. Things are going well here. They're going amazingly. And I'm glad your birthday was great. Your eggplant parmesan, right? I believe that was what you had. What was I saying? Yes. Like, everything that I get for my little space here, my workout space, is pinks or purples. Every so often I have to get something in black just because, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah. Yeah, most streaming rooms are pretty versatile. My only qualm about the streaming is, like, you're very fixed right here. So, like, I can't take you to any other room in my house because it is very much so a setup at this point. Like, I could take you... Hold on. You guys are very cool, but I don't want you to see outside of my house. So, I had to close my blind. But, like, I could shift you over a little bit. And, like, we could go from just the one area that I was at to now we have my little play area here. Slid on my little mat there into my fan. But we can have a little play area right there. like, we do have room. If I bought you down low, I think it's 3 on my setup. Way down here. This is actually what I do when I am doing my yoga. I will just set my mat up down here. You can't see my mat, but I guess I can. I can't even see. Wait, let me see. But you can come down here. My yoga mat is down here. So are my dogs. Like I got a couple little different spaces here. That's nice. Oh hi. How are you doing? I'm still streaming. Yeah, I'm still streaming, honey. They're like, girl, we missed you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to stand up? Stand up and say hi to the people? No? Why don't you? You want to stand up and say hi to the people? Watch your head. Say hi. Say hello. But yeah. I might even sit on the floor for a little bit. That's kind of nice. I gotta adjust you a little bit, but sitting on my floor might be a bit of the move. Hold on. Let me lock that in. Pull this out here. Oh, I look so tiny. I'm just ahead. Oops. But started an online store. Ooh, yeah. I do. So I used to not have a preference about yoga mats, right? Because I honestly thought a yoga mat was a yoga mat. But I realized that is false. And this yoga mat is nice because it's thin. And I realized the thick ones are nice, especially if you have knees that get hurt very easily. Like, this is concrete floor, mind you. So everything I'm doing, I'm slamming myself on a concrete floor. So having that padding is nice, but it would move too much underneath me. So something that's thinner doesn't move as much. And I really enjoy it. It's just and then it's textured too. I don't know if you can tell that it's textured, but it is textured. And it's nice. It's very, very nice. Move you up a little bit. Yeah. Well, and that's also why I have a what's it called? A mat for my pole. Because, you know, if I'm going to be trying to do any handstands or anything, watching me get increasingly shorter is crazy. But, also, this is not where I have y'all for streaming. That's a little insane. As I was saying, yeah, trying to do headstands or whatever, practicing new tricks, and then hitting out concrete, yeah, I'm not trying to do all that. So I had to get a mat for that as well. I think in another lifetime, I probably would have been like I don't know if wellness is the right word for it, but I probably would have been like, for lack of what I can think of is like a wellness guru or something. Like I probably would have found myself in like a nutritionist kind of route, only because I am unintentionally very much so concerned about like movement, very much so concerned about, like, I believe everybody has a diet for their body. It's just a matter of finding the right one for you. Like, some people are meant to be vegetarian, some people are meant to be pescatarian, some people are meant to be meat eaters. I don't think everybody in the world is meant to be a vegetarian. I don't think that's a real thing. These are all my controversial opinions, by the way. You don't have to agree with them. But yeah, I think in another world, I probably would have been like, yeah, one of those people. Just a very health conscious person. But because I ended up the way that I am, I'm very like low key and normal about it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I move every single day. It's very important for me to get an hour to exercise every single day. Yeah. And I say it like it's normal. Because I love the glam life too much. I love talking about other things too much. And the schooling for nutritionalism and all of that, I don't think that I have that in me. If I went back to school, I would go back to school for psychology. And instead, I would pick with people's brains over their bodies. Not in a scary way. Not in a way that should make people concerned about society. But I love the glam life a lot. So, you know. I think you gotta sometimes not pick and choose, but I think my priorities are right now with this, because also going back to school costs a lot of money. I am? Scraping the bottom of my jug for water at this point. I think though, did you get anything out of the morning routine? I hope that answered your question about what my morning routine was. I'm trying to think. You know how we just talk. We talk about a lot of things. We talked about, we just talked at length about something. What did we talk about, Chas? What did we talk about? It was at length. We were talking about the structure of this room, but not really. It all pertained to movement. Yes, we talked a lot about movement. That's what we did. Talked about movement and exercise and our average steps per day. Yes, that's what we talked about. Hold on. I am. All that to say, yes, I am. I used to not be, because my steps are very, very bad. They were very, not bad. I hate that. I hate that wording. I hate that I even just said that. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just where I was at. My steps a day were like 2,000. Sometimes my steps are also 200, mind you. Like, but my steps are only like 2,500 to like 3,000 a day. And then I got my steps up to 5,000. Felt pretty great about that. But now my steps are like anywhere between like 7,000 to 10,000 a day, 8,000 to 10,000 a day. And I think for me, steps is just an easy way for me to quantify whether I have sat on my ass all day or not. That is really what that's about. I don't really think it's like a measurement of weight goals, because I don't really know that I have those anymore. I have goals as far as like, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get brand deals. And at one point I was too big to get brand deals, which I could go on a whole tangent about that too at some point, but I could also see that being rather triggering for people, and I don't really want to do all that. But like, there was a point where, and I don't even think anybody, well, maybe people realized, but there's a point that I was actively big enough that there were brands that couldn't send me clothes anymore. And no. No. My hour-long walks are, I could get about 4,000 to 5,000 steps in that. But yeah, there was a point where I was too big for certain brands to work with me. Like they would reach out, want to work with me. I'll tell them my sizes, about everything, and then they'd be like, "Yeah, unfortunately, we don't carry plus size clothing." And I was like, "Oh, well, this is what I got. Like this is who I am." And I will tell you, well, there's a point I didn't feel very good about my body, but also there's points where I kind of got over it, and I was like, well, this is the body I have right now. So I would rather just feel neutral or happy with it than feel bad all the time, because I have to look at myself a lot. All right, doing what I do, I have to look at myself a lot. So I'd rather just feel fine or good than bad. So I just kind of made the mental choice to just like not feel bad about it anymore. But yeah. Yeah, I think also you have to take into account, I am 5'10". And I think the 5'10" aspect throws people off a lot about my proportions. So, but I don't know. So I never had any like real weight goals per se, but I did have like goals like, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get brand deals again because, you know, I'm not, and that's such a shitty way of thinking about it. It is a very shitty thing that like, I couldn't get brand deals in the body that I had. Mind you, my weight difference is probably from that point to this point, I would say probably 15 pounds max. It's not a lot. But I think my body recompositions itself a little bit because I just went from being completely sedentary to walking, to just walking more. So I don't know. But it got rough. It got rough for a second. When brands constantly were just like, yeah, we don't sell plus size clothes. And plus size is not offensive to me, but it is offensive when everybody's like, yeah, we want to work with you. And then everybody keeps shutting you down after the fact because you give them your measurements. And they're like, yeah, actually, you're just too big. And then I'm looking at myself because I've always been considered a smaller girl as well. And I'm going, maybe I'm not seeing myself the way that everybody else is seeing me. Because I think I look fine. I think I look great. But then all these brands all of a sudden can't dress me anymore. Like, it was such a weird mental thing for me. So, yeah. And then I never keep track of my weight either. So it's very hard for me to also think about, like, how much did I weigh at one point? Like, it doesn't even... I can only think at one point I was 155, and that was because I was literally, like, a high school girl. And then I could not tell you for sure my weight after high school because I just did not weigh myself. It never occurred to me to weigh myself ever in my life. But being 155 at 5'10" is also still very, very small. Like I said, I was a very small person for as tall as I was. But I'm learning, like, as far as, like, recomposition is concerned, like, you're going to recomposition yourself no matter what you do as long as you are choosing to, like, my body is recompositioning itself similar to that of a dancer because most of my movement is dancing. Like, I'm not lifting weights, so I'm not getting a weightlifter's body. I'll probably never have, like, a C-shaped butt, you know, like a shelf or something, because I'm not lifting weights or anything. I'm not recompositioning myself to be acclimated for that kind of thing, right? But... And yeah, and that's the other thing. I'm so tall that I can gain some weight and I really don't notice it. I won't notice it until I notice it. And if I'm noticing it, then sometimes it's a little bit harder to go back again because for me, that all of a sudden means I've got to, like, you know, lose 20 pounds or something like that. Like, a 10-pound weight gain isn't going to be that big a deal on me. But, like, 20 pounds, yeah, maybe that'll have a little bit of something. I don't know. But, and that's, yeah, I use my clothes as a measurement. Every once in a while, if I'm feeling a little toxic, I might use, like, a measuring tape or something. But, like, I'm not, it's mostly my clothes. And since I tailor my own clothes now, that's even better because as I had to get clothes to fit the new body I was in, and then as things start to fall off a little bit because now I'm just walking more, it truly is walking. Because it's not like I'm eating more or anything or eating less. I'm not on a special diet either. So, but that's recompositioning. It's such a weird thing. Like, people act like you can be really, really intentional about it. But I'm not being really intentional about this. My main thing is I want to move and I want to feel artistic in my movements. I want all of my movements to foster my creative side. If I feel like, because there was a point where somebody was trying to get me to heavy weight lift with them, I think it is. Just lift heavy weights, whatever the heck it's called. Whatever the heck it is, right? And I hurt my back pretty freaking bad. And even while doing it, I was like, this does not feel intuitive to me. This does not feel right to me. This does not feel good to me. This does not feel fun. But for them, it was like, it's efficient. But I don't care about efficiency. That's not my thing. Like, but the only thing that helped, because mind you, I did try resting for a little bit. And then they say things like you have to like, okay, so you rested for a little bit. Now you have to like force yourself to like make your back move. Seriously, the only thing that helped was getting into Pilates. And that's it. And I'm not doing that on a reformer in my room. I'm doing mat Pilates, the beginner stuff. And I'm probably only doing it for like 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. If I'm feeling really, really, really like not hurting myself, but if I feel really, really like challenging myself that day, then I'll do 30 minutes. But most of the time I'm only doing 15 minutes of Pilates on my mat. And that's it. And that has helped my back so much. I haven't felt any pain in a very, very, very long time. And I mean, probably months, probably close to like 5-6 months at this point. But that back injury, like, it messed me up real, real bad. Like, I would wake up and I couldn't go from laying down to sitting up. Like, I couldn't even do that because my back was in so much pain all the time and I didn't have enough, like, muscle, I guess, anymore or something to pull myself up to the sitting position. And the only thing that helped with that was doing mat Pilates. I don't know if you've ever done it before, but maybe you can look into something like that. Seriously, just do like 5 to 10 minutes. Don't do anything crazy. You don't have to do that. You will feel it. You will feel it in that 5 to 10 minutes. But that was the only thing that helped me with that. And after I'd hurt my back, I realized I don't want to do, because it wasn't even worth it. I wasn't even having fun doing that. So why am I doing that? That made zero sense for me. If I'm not having fun and it doesn't foster my creativity, then I'm not doing it anymore. Like, because I don't care about being efficient. I don't care if I never get back into the old body I once had because I'm a new person anyway. But I don't have like a YouTube channel, but I do use, hold on. I'm trying to think of the best place to type that. There's an app. Actually, I'll just show it to you on my handy dandy computer. Let me save this real quick. It's called like Dog Yoga or something like that. Thank you so much. Let me go to there. Workout. Down Dog. That's what I use for now. It's clowning me right now. I'm not gonna, like, I'm not signed in. I do have a sign in, a login. All right. Every once in a while, it makes me re-log in. Okay. Okay. I promise. You saw it was in my saved files. All right. But I will seriously this is what I do. And I like it because it's always something new. And I also don't have to go through the trouble of like trying to find a video, because if I have to go through the trouble of trying to find a video, I just won't do it. That's just being honest. Like, I won't do it. It won't happen. But all I have to do is just, I don't even know, are any of these logged in for me? No. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take this to just me real quick and I'll log in so I can show you what the interface is so you can see like just how simple it is for me, which is perfect because otherwise I won't do it. Hold on. Sign in with my pass key. Sign me in, baby. Yes, use my Face ID. Continue. Okay. Let me bring you back. So this is the interface. Actually, yeah, this is all set up the way that I had it set up the last time. 15 minutes, Pilates. You can change it to yoga and Pilates, which is sometimes nice. It's a little bit more standing up and going back down. And also because I'm lazy, I don't want to stand up and sit back down. I'm either standing up or I'm just sitting down. Pick one, okay? Pick one, all right? I'm not doing both, all right? And yoga Pilates is up and down, up and down. You can do the core, you can do the glutes, and then there's the post-workout stretch. You can also choose your voice. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, but you could choose the voice for it because obviously I don't want a man barking orders at me, so I picked a woman. You can choose your level. I did beginner 1 and I still go back to beginner 1 all the time. Girl, I've never done intermediate, so do not ask me about any of that, but beginner and beginner 2. Full instruction. Yeah, I'll send it to you. There is like a monthly sub fee. I think it's like $9.99, but with this, you get access to their whole app thing. So like I also have, as you saw, I also have the yoga, which is also, I do use that as well. And then they also have HIIT, they have bar, meditation. And I think there's something else that they might have too. But I just used the Pilates and the yoga. I've tried to use the bar before, but like, damn. I can't move like that. Like I don't have the maybe now I have the muscle to do bar, but I did not have the muscle to do bar before. And no. But I also like that you can pick. So for a very long time, I was just doing the back strength because I needed that because I had hurt my back. I purposely put it on back strength to make sure that it targeted my back for me. And it gives you the warm up and the cool down. And you can listen to your own music. And I just love it because every single time you open it, it's going to give you a new workout. It's going to give you a new series of exercises. If you don't like certain exercises, you could also down it and then it'll never show you that exercise again. So if you look at something and you go, yeah, babe, I'm not going to do that, it'll take it out for you, which is nice. So I will send you that. Let me make a note of that. I'll send you it as soon as I can. But that is how I choose to get my workout in. I guess that is a workout. I'm minimizing the girl workouts and I should not be, but that is honestly what I do. And I've felt a difference and I could tell a difference in my clothes. But I do think most of it honestly just comes from walking all day. Well, no, not even all day. Walking in the morning and walking at night. I'm not doing it all day every day. Walking in the morning and walking at night. Are there any more questions for me? Because I'm out of water. And I do have to get ready for other things for the day so we can get our craft supplies and make ourselves a lamb. Make ourselves a lamb. I feel like I'm like, sometimes I'll randomly remember that I wanted to be, so I was in a marching band. At one point, I wanted to do the drum major's job. And I went to a northern school, so our drum majors aren't like, do not think baton twirling and all of that. That's not, we're not doing all that. But I think about like, what is it? The time signatures. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I remember that I remember all that stuff, or the 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I feel so cool that I just have that random bit of knowledge. Um, but yeah. Okay. No other questions. We'll be making a lamp together. It just won't be until like tomorrow or Friday. I haven't decided yet, tomorrow or Friday. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Love hanging out with you. I'm so glad that we were all here. It feels like a little reunion. I feel like I haven't had all of you here together at one time in a very long time. So I'm glad that we all got to get together. And I think Wednesdays might be our stream days, but I don't know. Because we're obviously going to do a random one this week so I can make my lamp. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time.